Yeah. DQ, baby. LAE on the track. About to have some fun with this one. Check. Back to catch wreck. No respect for those who break their neck to keep their hoes in check. Be sure to check the box off how I'm knocking their socks off. Unique flavor, stay in the bag like hot sauce. Let me get mine off. These niggas is tripping, they signed off. I'm becoming a one-of-a-kind boss. Think the kush is for Germany, the way the man cough. Hilarious with the flow, I'm fucking the word off. These niggas claim they hard, they really appear soft and peeled off. Mad job when I aim when the spears toss. Newbie ass rappers is really my kids now. I'm just Aubrey on the gram, cropping these kids out. Back to catch wreck. No respect for those who break their neck to keep their hoes in check. Be sure to check the box off while I'm knocking their socks off. Y'all can't get this work. In the bag like hot sauce. Better call a timeout. A fool nigga, you a fool nigga. Think you can fuck with this rap style? I do this shit for fun. I'm really the class clown. Tap dancing on top of niggas' head till they tap out. Really the cash cow. Submission hole, yeah you pigeonhole. Realizing your dice then crapped out. Put yourself in the box, you really just assed out. Cause your boy about to pop and I'm shutting that ass down. Cream of the crop, it really get passed round. Cause I'm cooler than the cooler of Cools and Hick sound. Niggas claim they rappers, they really just sit down. Only rap for Facebook, I'm reporting that shit now. Compilation of music, sending the zip file to the nearest A&R. Big fish in a big town. Musically inclined, I'm never gonna slip down. Cause the shit is going up as soon as it's mixed down. Back to catch wreck. No respect for those who break their neck to keep their hoes in check. Be sure to check the box off how I'm knocking their socks off. Unique flavor, stay in the bag like hot sauce. DQ.
Yeah, buddy. We're back.
Peace, 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 everybody. Peace.
What goody? Yeah, boy. Well,
Hey, that DQ get you going, don't it?
Well, yeah, I had to play it because I'm feeling a little. I know I may not look it, and I know that's why people be thinking I'll be lying. You know what I'm saying? I can't help I look good, but yeah, I be feeling awful, and I was just feeling really weird a minute ago. But I was like, I can't delay the show. This was supposed to be last week's show, so sorry I couldn't make it. I tried. I tried. My body said, "No, you ain't gonna sit your ass down."
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good, sis. Shit. I mean, our health is the most important thing, you know.
Facts. Health is wealth, right?
So, hey, we got to have that.
Amen. Let the church say amen. Health is wealth. Amen. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of our Galaxy and Beyond with Anthony and Juju. And before we get right into it, because we want to make the shows shorter than longer, perhaps an hour. If we get into a little bit, maybe an hour and 30, but not even, okay? And but welcome to our Galaxy and Beyond with Anthony and Juju. And today, we're going to talk about how the math ain't mathing. What that means? And the title, I couldn't fit it because y'all know how that go. But it has to do with supermassive black holes and the size that they are finding them at some of the beginning stages of our universe. They by computational measurements, they don't make any sense. And that's what I mean by the math ain't mathing. So yeah, without further ado, we'll get right into it. And please do stay till the end. We won't be too long. We're going to give you them little bits of food. You know how we like to do it. We like to give you the hors d'oeuvres. You feel me? Tap it style up in this mofo. But we're going to celebrate some Black history. And yeah, happy Black history. Happy Black love. That was February 13th. Happy Valentine's Day. Wait a minute, let me get the picture. I'm being petty, y'all, but no, my man. Yeah, in the balloons, you see it. I ain't bad out for myself. And happy Black History Month. And of course, because we're our Galaxy and Beyond, and we focus on scientific literacy and all things astrophysics, the universe, space, the galaxy, we're going to be showcasing some scientists. One of the things that I am so tired of hearing is the white man science. The white man science. Y'all know what I'm talking All right. And then when we get in conversations dealing with aspects of certain things and nuances, it's always the racism, the white man. Look, we got to stop that. Because what I know, and especially by particularly, and he's not going to be covered today, but I'm going to get to him because I got to, because that's Bobby Banger's favorite, but particularly Julian Percy. Please Google him. And please, there's a great movie. I'll get y'all some stuff, okay? I got y'all. Next week, I got y'all. But to look at this man's life story and see the adversity he went through, but also see the proof in his work and how it couldn't be denied. I don't care what racism was going on, is a testament that we endured and we were part of scientific ingenuity every step of the way. So my challenge to you is, while you are taking in these notes from us, and listen, if you ain't watched the show, you can watch the show. Please check that description box, because I left you everything you need to know. Everything. If you can't hear it from us, then you can read it for yourself. Okay. And even about the scientists we're going to be discussing today. But I urge you to learn 10 scientists that you can fluently name off the tip of your tongue at any given time that are working and alive. Let's challenge ourselves to do better. So with that said, Anthony, you want to say something real quick, to our family?
Yeah, I just want to touch on, like I always say, when you're scientifically literate, they can't drag you down to their level and beat you up with experience. So what we want to do is change the narrative a little bit. We're gonna discuss some high profile African American scientists that, well, I ain't gonna say high profile because a lot of people don't know them, but what they do, and in the scientific community, they are pretty prominent. So we want to get into that, and I just want to thank everybody for coming out. Send shouts out to the chat. Let me see.
Go
Sister
ahead.
Safa.
Shout them out.
Sister Safa, appreciate you coming through. Mungo Slade, my boy, what's happening? God Mind, appreciate you coming through. The Black Conscious Health Coach.
Hey, God Mind, I miss you. I have fun. I love our talks. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Peace to you, Black Sun. Gemini the Goddess, my sister, thank you for showing up. Spin Barrel, peace to you.
Love you, Gemini. I always love you, Gemini.
Most definitely. Gemini is a regular, most definitely. We're gonna get into that with you for your Spin Barrel. Appreciate you showing up. Ramon, appreciate you. Miss Valisa, always appreciate you, baby. Always.
Valisa. She be standing on big naive.
Oh yeah. American Dream, appreciate your partner for coming through. Mac Rob, Pseudo Killer Official, my brother.
Hey,
appreciate
you. Mac Rob, wait a minute. Mac Rob, by the way, I hope I can tell it, Mac, but he has made Black history, y'all. And maybe we'll get into his story sooner than later. But I just want to say, y'all make sure that put it in the chat. Congratulate Mac Rob, ladies and gentlemen. Trust me.
Most definitely.
He is your Black history right here in this chat right now.
Pseudo Killer Official.
Pseudo Killer Official.
DQ, peace to you, my brother.
DQ, you already know what it is.
Chilimbwe.
We said it right.
Appreciate you, Marcus, coming through. So yeah, that's all I got right now. But yeah, Tuck my appreciate you coming through, baby boy. But yeah, we can go and jump into it, Miss Juju. We can go and knock this supermassive black hole stuff out so we can get down to
massive black hole. Is there
so
anything
we can get down to the accomplishments of the African American in science?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I want to know if there's any visuals that you want me to show right offhand.
Okay, well,
y'all. So no,
yeah, you can start off with the one with the it's got the two it's got a supermassive black hole on it. It's like a chart and a stellar mass black hole, and then there's a gap in the middle. We can start there.
Give me a minute. Go ahead and do a little talking while.
Okay, the problem, well, today's topic will be, you know, I don't know how many of y'all have heard, but there's a quote unquote crisis in cosmology. Well, part of that crisis is with the space telescope, you know, the telescopes we have in space. Today, we'll mainly be talking about James Webb and Chandra, the Chandra X-ray telescope. And both of them are out in space. And they found a new, well, not a new one, but, you know, they found a galaxy that is at what's called redshift 10, which that means, you know, the light that they detected has been redshifted, and it's been traveling for 13.2 billion years. So the way, or the way that they can detect this is due to the how bright it is. Basically, you can say how bright it is. Okay, this picture that's on the screen now, we're speaking of a galaxy that's called UHZ1, which stands for ultra massive. I can't think of it. I'm sorry, I went blank, y'all. But anyway, it's at a redshift of 10, which equates to that light leaving that object at 13.2 billion years ago. Well, we know according to the, you know, all the evidence that we have, the universe is 13.8 billion years old. So you have this quasar, which is what it is. The quasar itself is basically a supermassive black hole that is becoming active, meaning that it has an accretion disk and it's starting to accrete matter, you know, feeding, as most, you know, people would say. And it's the intensity of that light for us to see it that far out away, you know, that means it's very intense, and that makes it very large. So the problem with that is, how did it happen so fast? Because our current models are basically based off of stellar mass black holes. Okay, it's you got another picture in there, Miss Juju, that came, it should have been that came with that one. It has two black holes on it, one on each end of a scale. It's probably going to be that third one. Yeah, the next one. And then we'll come back to them too. There you go. Okay, to the left, we have our stellar mass black holes. And they range between 10 to 100 solar masses. And to the right, you have a supermassive black hole. Well, you see that open space in the middle from 100 to 100,000 solar masses? We can't find a black hole in that, you know, that fits in that spot right there. So it's like going from, I think it was Hakeem Oluseyi who I heard put it this way. It's like having a 250-pound defensive lineman and he's in the second grade. You know, you have the childhood stage and the adult stage, but you don't have the teenage stage or the middle years. So that's one of the issues. You know, that's a story for another day. But we don't have those black holes. So the question is, how did we get those? How did a black hole get that big that early into the universe,
Right.
which would be maybe about 500 to 600 million years after the Big Bang. So what is going on? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It doesn't fit our models.
Does not fit our models. Correct.
Yeah, it does not fit our models. So the stellar mass black hole.
Scientific models, that is. I want to make a, you
scientific
know,
models.
because you know we have scientific theories, then you have scientific models. Let me interject real quick. And even though they're similarly the same, except a model is actually like a physical display of the theory, or more specifically, it describes an aspect of the scientific theory. For instance, when we discuss Out of Africa, the whole theory, you'll see maps with migrational patterns. That's a model. And just to add a little to the fire, right now that's being contested. Not that it's wrong, but we have new data, so it can be improved, meaning the time is going back, you know? So yeah. And maybe we'll get into another show, but that's an example of a model. And of course, a model will adjust as data has come about. It does not negate or destroy the scientific theory, though. That's not it. Okay. So just to be clear. And also write that down, Hakeem Oluwasi. And if you're watching, Hakeem, what's up? I'm not stalking you, but you know, we are friends on Instagram. And you know, he does like all the times I like his posts, y'all. So I'm trying to, you know, trying to be besties so I can come visit us and say, what's up, what y'all doing? And he has an amazing story to how he got to where he is, an astrophysicist. Hakeem Oluwasi, live and working, you know, by the way, but continue.
Yeah, he's a great dude. Another awesome African-American scientist at that.
Right. Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah. Black History Month, making history. Another thing I want to ask. So these things are found in what you call OBGs, which are oversized galaxy black holes. You know, I'm gonna just throw in a little something in there, you know, because he the brains, I'm the student, but I'm gonna show you what I learned. I'm gonna pass the test. There you go. I would stop. I'm so wild.
Oh, you good. You good. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? It's if it ain't but one. If it ain't but one learning it, I'm good. You know.
Right. I'm trying to find what the UHZ mean, but I can't even find it right now. But I'll try to get y'all that breakdown.
I think it's ultra massive.
It doesn't have anything to do with
is it high redshift? It's on the tip of my tongue. It'll come to me when we get to something else. I'll just blurt it out.
All right. That's what it's at.
Okay, but the part of the crisis is, you know, from our models, you know, they take all this data and they put it into a computer and they run different simulations to try to get to what they see. And for the stellar mass black holes, it's just not enough time at the rate that they accrete matter. It's just not enough time for them to be that big that early in the universe. And there's a limit. It's called the Eddington limit, which, you know, you'll see in the title. That
Eddington.
Yeah. That limit, it just speaks about how much matter a black hole can accrete at a given time. And if you max out that limit, it's still not enough time for the black holes to grow from stellar mass, which is a black hole that's formed from a dying star, to the supermassive stage. It's just not enough time. You know, our models don't work. So there has to be another way. And that way is what they would call the direct collapse.
Right, direct collapse black holes.
And those are
from the gases. They collapse directly from the gases, whereas, you know, you have different formulations of black holes. You know, they can be stellar mass black holes where they come from dying stars, or you have intermediate where you know those are the ones that are most elusive, right? But they come from like a bunch of stellar mass black holes, you know, kind of merging and
forming together. Yeah.
And then you have supermassive, which is kind of really elusive. They don't quite know how. But one theory is it's from the gas themselves. Like you have these masses of gas, which would have been at the beginning of the universe, of course, right? And the gas collapses and creates this huge black hole, what they also call black hole seeds, if not mistaken.
It's the well, the seed black holes would be ones that are theorized from the population 1 star. I mean, the population 3 stars, which would be the first stars.
Yeah, the first stars of the galaxy.
But those stars theoretically are so huge, you know what I'm saying, that they could formulate a supermassive black hole upon, you know, going supernova. So it's basically, we don't see that happening. But the theory of the direct collapse, it works in the models to get the supermassive black holes up to at least 100,000 solar masses, because that gas in the early universe was very pristine. You know, it was pure hydrogen and helium. You know, there's no other elements, a little bit of lithium, but there's no other elements because you hadn't had any stars to, you know, go supernova and disperse those elements. You know, there's no gold, there's no iron, there's no nickel, none of that. So with that being said, the gas being so pure and pristine, they're thinking that it was able to uniformly collapse and form these black holes. And the evidence that they're gaining leads to that. Because like I said, with that Eddington limit, there's so much matter that a black hole can take in at, you know, any given time.
Correct.
Now, in the discussion I had with Dr. Farrar, they're thinking that limit could be, they could go past that limit, don't know for how long, but it still doesn't account for supermassive black holes.
And that's called the super Eddington or something.
Yeah, it can go past it a little bit. Yeah.
Go past it a little.
So it's really, the problem is, like I said, how did those black holes get that massive, that early in the universe? But all the evidence is pointing towards something like direct collapse. And
if I can add, these masses, what I saw, Anthony, are 100 million to billions solar mass. So that means it's 100 million times bigger or billions of times bigger than our sun.
Yeah, more massive.
Yeah, more massive than our sun, which is already massive enough.
Yeah, it's crazy. But you know, our sun is not even a compared to other stars. It's not a big star. It's you know, there are stars out there that are much more massive than our sun. And now go ahead.
Say the comparison to Sagittarius A, which is not that big, and that's still a supermassive black hole. So I'm just trying to give people.
No, you're talking about Sagittarius A star.
Right, Sagittarius A, the black hole in the center of our galaxy.
And it's a small one. You know, it's like 4 million solar masses.
That's what I'm saying. That's only like 4 million solar mass. So yeah.
But you're only gonna find the supermassive black holes at the centers of galaxies. You know, the only time you'll see a supermassive black hole just floating around, it's because there's a galaxy merger going on. You know what I'm saying? They found one streaking out of a galaxy, that's an odd entity. That's a phenomenon. There has been like I said, a supermassive black hole that has got kicked out of its galaxy.
Yeah.
And like I said, we can get into that in another show.
It's like the stars. Let me stop.
But the fact of the matter is, all the evidence is pointing towards the direct collapse. Now, there's another slide I sent you. It's by itself. It should be on the next line in your emails. I want to get to that one before we get too far.
Roger that. Is it on the same slide as the 3?
No, it should be by itself. I think it's up under that one.
What is it?
It's 2 black holes.
Quasars and quasars.
Okay, well, no, you know what? I think that was a video. But anyway, there's, like I said.
Oh, gotcha. I got you. Hold on, just a minute.
The Eddington limit comes into play when the black hole is feeding. So once, matter starts falling on the black hole, the accretion disk, it starts spinning real fast and it lights up. And you have what's called a quasar. So you can get the intensity of the black hole or the size of the black hole based off analyzing the light that's coming from the black hole. And like I say, this is coming from billions of light years across the universe. So something that can shine for, billions of years, it has to be very powerful. So that's how they know these are supermassive black holes. Now, some of these, when you get to that Eddington limit, you have so much magnetism and friction going on to where these black holes, they form relativistic jets. And these jets are very powerful. Mm-hmm. And they're can be up to 5 light years long on each side coming out of the poles of the black hole. That lets you know that the black hole has reached its limit. Yeah, that one right there. The black hole has reached its limit when it comes to feeding. So that's another problem. When you're dealing with the stellar mass black holes, they just can't feed fast enough to grow to become supermassive black holes in that amount of time. Now, what we're looking at here is how a small seed black hole would accrete. And it's just, you see it accreting, you see the accretion disk around it. Well, it just, there's not enough time. The universe isn't old enough for us to be seeing these supermassive black holes at that point, 500-600 million years after the Big Bang. The Eddington limit stops there. So that's one of the reasons why that's in the title and what's so important about it. Now, the heavy seed model to the right, that is the one that's formed from the
direct
gas collapse. Yeah, direct collapse. Mm-hmm. So, that's the model that's basically all the evidence is pointing towards where we are today, where we stand today. So that's part of the crisis in cosmology. It's the universe is so far is what we think 13.7.8 billion years old. That's not changed. The cosmic microwave background is so far. Now, I got an article today that I got to get into that's talking about that. So, but as of right now, the cosmic microwave background, it lines up, so we're pretty confident on the age of the universe. Not for sure, but confident. Two different things.
So, it's an approximate.
Yeah. It's so not exact,
We have a
don't
question.
Take it that way.
We have a question from the audience. If you would like to read and provide him an answer, Anthony, it's right there for you. Can you see it?
on the screen?
Yes. From
how many galaxies are there?
Megas. Yes.
That's a good question. Nobody knows. It's everywhere you look out into the universe, you see galaxies. I mean, everywhere. So there's not an exact number, but a lot of them. It is a lot of them. I mean, I have pictures myself that has over 100 galaxies in it, just in that little small frame. You know, and if you look into well, we're not going to even talk about the Webb. If you look into the Hubble Ultra Deep Field, it's they say that if you take a dime and hold it at arm's length up in the sky, that is the area that Hubble is looking in. Now, keep in mind, a dime, and you hold it out at arm's length, that is the amount of space that Hubble is actually looking at, and they find thousands of galaxies. So if you want to do the math, I guess you could, I think they said they found like 3,000 galaxies in a small area going back in time. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to take a dime and map it all over the whole sky and multiply it by 3,000, you might get close. You know, but I don't know an exact number. All I know is a lot of them. In every direction you look, you know, you can find galaxies. So they're everywhere. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I got Ms. JuJu on that subject. You know, like I said, to summarize it, you have this UHZ1, if you want to look that up. That's one that, you know, Webb didn't discover it. You know, they've known about it for a while, but that was one of the reasons why Webb was built, you know, to investigate these supermassive black holes. Right. And that was the first one they found. But one thing we know about astronomy, if there's one, there's many. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of them. And they normally, like I said, they're well, not normally, they are in quasar. So they're accreting material. But like I said, at that age of the universe, our models do not show where we can get a stellar mass black hole to supermassive black hole status. You know what I'm saying? So peace to you, Miss Tiffany. Thank you for showing up.
Lady Killer in the building.
Pseudo Killer Official, Omar Reed. Appreciate you, my brother. I had another question. Who's that? Ronald Perkins.
Oh, where is it? Let me find it for you.
There it is. I got it.
Okay.
The supermassive black holes, just models at the moment. No, they've been detected, Ronald. Like I said, we can't see them directly, but you can see the effects that they have on everything around them. So, yeah, and they can measure the mass of the black hole. Number one, by the intensity of the light of the quasar itself. And like I said, the quasar is when the black hole starts feeding. It starts spinning very, very rapidly. You have a lot of material in that disk, the accretion disk around the black hole. So, you know, the brighter it is, the more intense or the more massive the black hole is. And then when they reach a certain point in accretion, which is the Eddington limit, you have a jet that's produced. And the intensity of this jet is unreal. I mean, the jets themselves can span up to 5 light years on either side coming out of the poles of the black hole. So one is something round, that's for sure, because that's the only way you're going to get 2 poles, is something round. But these quasars are at a certain distance. Now, this one is so intense that you can see that light from 13.2 billion years away. You know what I'm saying? That light's been traveling that long. So that's very intense, very intense.
And it still hasn't really like diminished. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Like other objects, like just bright than a mofo. But I wanted to add that ways we know that black holes actually exist. Again, we discussed it in the last show that we did, talking about gravitational wave backgrounds, and I believe the one before that.
The gravitational lensing.
Gravitational lensing, thank you.
Yeah.
Gravitational lensing and that gravitational wave background videos are the proof in the pudding that they do exist. Remember, we can't visually see them, but we can detect them with the great works of, we'll be speaking about some of that later, the scientific instruments that we have by the way that they affect objects around them. So that's how we know that they actually exist. And that was a prediction. I have to keep saying it because I think it's awesome. The more you understand, the more you know, the more you realize how absolutely fascinating it is, especially a brain of someone like Albert Einstein. And I don't want to hear nobody talking to me about no Black History Month or talking about Albert Einstein. We're talking about a lesson here. So, and that mind, his mind was fascinating, okay, to be able to predict things like this. And then we have evidence that they exist today. I mean, just.
And when that was brought to him in his, you know, when he was working on it, he didn't believe it. He didn't believe these things could exist.
Right. Didn't believe it.
You know what I'm saying?
Get predicted either. I mean, actually, you know, be able to be detected. You know what I'm saying? We had doubts that we would ever find evidence of it, just to let the audience know. But go ahead.
And the first black hole that was detected, it's called Cygnus X1. You know, they were going through that data and they finding these strange, you know, these high intense X-rays. You know, like what the hell is that? But they didn't see it coming from anything.
Correct.
So
it's coming from nothing in the middle. Like,
and in a conversation that Bobby Banger and myself and Kent and Vance was having the other day, they always seem to find water around these black holes. You know what I'm saying? So they always find water around them. Well, not always, but for the most part, they find water around them. You know, so that's what's up, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty deep. But yeah, you know, to stay on topic, these supermassive black holes, they shouldn't exist based on our models on how we know black holes to form. So something has to change, you know, and that's what science is all about. But the evidence is pointing towards the direct collapse. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it right there.
And to also talk about someone who is very influential. I mean, y'all, this is Eddington himself when we talk about the Eddington's limit. And a lot of his focus work was on the how did they say the construction of stars and or whatnot. This is from Wiki. I have placed the Wiki link so you look in further, but I think also very fascinating. And because we have been getting to the philosophy bag a little bit, but he was a philosopher of science also, not just also. He was some other things, but he was a philosopher of science, and I thought that was very interesting. But then there also is something really fun, a little bit of controversy, because he was somewhat of a mentor of another student or individual. He was actually an astrophysicist from India, and he worked on black holes. And you know, Eddington criticized him very badly. I'm just giving y'all the tea. This is tea time. Criticized him very badly and told him his work was trash, which it proved to be that it wasn't, and that the young man, and I'm sorry, I forgot his name, I can't pronounce it, but it's definitely in this article, you know, was indeed right in his discoveries. And that had to do with black holes also. But this is where they get Eddington's limit from, yeah, so he helped to establish the science of like the construction of the stars. You know what I'm saying? The gas, the mass, how you can observe them, different things like that.
And you know, he was the one who also proved what gave us the first proof of the theory of general relativity and gravitational lensing during an eclipse in West Africa back in 1919. He went to West Africa. They had two teams, but he himself was in West Africa during the eclipse. They had the stars mapped out, so they knew where the star should be versus where they saw it. Correct. And that's how that was some of the first proof of the first, you know, physical proof that we had of gravitational lensing.
That's awesome. It is, but it's real technical, and you good with the technical stuff. So, yeah, but it talked about that and it named some of the same people that I think the Schwarzschild
radius, yeah,
and yeah, a couple of others that, you know, I've read about discussing that the theory of relativity. So I was like, yeah, he was the go-to. Let's just say he was the go-to of his time. And another thing, an article that I spoke is that he was a popularizer of science. I thought that was very interesting. You know, a popularizer of science. He made science popular, meaning that even though he had some religious affiliations, and that was another thing that man, y'all got to read Wiki. It's very interesting, or any other materials that you find on him, because we've been having this discussion on free will. There was a piece at the bottom of the article that discussed how he was an indeterministic. And Albert Einstein, in fact, determinist, and so was others. So I thought that was very interesting, since we just had this conversation about, you know, hard determinism, compatibilism. Lord, forgive me. Yo, that boy, that
hey, he was dope. He was out there doing the work, you know.
He's not a determinist though, but you know, hey, he popularized science. So hey, go with it.
So big ups to him.
Big ups. But I was glad to know that Albert Einstein was a determinist. Now I'm gonna get off of it, y'all.
Well, I got a few questions I want to get to.
Go ahead.
Shut this down. Okay.
I'm just gonna share pictures while he talking, y'all. Y'all know how I like to do it.
Okay, with Spin Barrel, do these galaxies still exist, or new ones being created? I doubt it very seriously. It's hard to say because it's so far away. And like I say, that light that we detected has been traveling for 13 plus billion years. So we're seeing it. When we get that light, we're seeing it how it looked 13 billion years ago. So there's no way to accurately say yes or no.
And if it is destroyed, it's going to take us another whatever to probably find any evidence, if there's any at all.
It's going to take 13. Well, it's going to take longer for that light to, because you know what I'm saying. So it's very hard to say, but I doubt it with all the mergers of galaxies and all that stuff going on. But you know, we don't know.
I'll go back to that.
Achille Negas, how are black holes created? From what we know, we have two scenarios. It's when a very massive star, a O-type or B-type or A-type star, when it runs out of fuel, it's called the core collapse. So the core shrinks to a ball of iron. All the mass of the star hits that ball of iron, bounces off, and you have what's called a supernova. Now, if the star is massive enough, like I say, if it's an O-type or B-type or A-type star, O-type will probably give you a black hole. B and A pretty much could be a neutron star or a black hole. So that's one way that we get black holes, which are called stellar mass black holes. The other way, like the supermassive black holes we're talking about now, is what's up into question. But the direct collapse theory is what holds the most weight right now. It's not 100%. We don't know. Put it like that. We don't know. But our models and the evidence is pointing towards massive clouds of gas, of hydrogen in the early universe collapsing down to form these black holes, because we're finding black holes up to 100 solar masses, and we're finding black holes starting at 100,000 solar masses, but we can't find any black holes between 100 solar masses and 100,000 solar masses. Those, the intermediate black holes, we can't find them. So they're still trying to figure out how did they get so large, but like I say, that leads to the direct collapse theory. Mm-hmm. And Ronald had another question. Let's see, does gravitational still apply to supermassive black holes? Yes, because they bend and warp space-time. You know, space and time are woven together like a fabric, you know, according to general theory of relativity. So you put something very massive on that fabric, it, you know, it bends it. So the objects that are behind that supermassive black hole, that light, some of it reaches us, all of it don't. You know, when you look at light, okay, you turn your light on in your house and you don't have like a lamp and you don't have a shade, it lights up the whole room. So light goes in every direction. It's going in every direction. A few of those, you know, some of that light gets bent by a black hole into our line of sight here on Earth. Some of it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? And the proof is they've found gravitational objects that have, the light has reached us at different times. It's the same light when it's analyzed, but it reaches us at different times. And those objects are called Einstein crosses. It's called the Einstein cross. If you look into that, Ronald, you'll see. But some of the light gets to us, not all of it. You know, some of it could be trapped by the black hole because light goes in every direction. I hope that answers your question.
Right quick before you go to the next question, if you have any more, what I'm showing you all here, because we always talk about the instruments that we use when making these discoveries. And when Anthony first spoke in the beginning, he spoke about the Chandra X-ray Observatory, which is they're all very important, but and most of the satellites, when it's called an observatory, it's pretty much a scientific satellite. Okay, it's not like necessarily sitting on the ground. Is Chandra actually sitting on the ground, or is that one actually?
No, it's in space.
Okay,
it's orbiting the Earth though.
Okay, so most of them usually are out in space. We have some observatories on the ground, but a lot of times I think people communicate or misconstrue, what an observatory means. But these are space instruments in space, and the Chandra X-ray here in this video is actually examining the black hole in the center of our galaxy, which we've talked about all the time because it's my fire sign, Sagittarius A. And if I'm not mistaken, it has some sound to it. I'll play a little bit for you, y'all. So again, another soundtrack of the universe. So, you're making observatories of these astronomical phenomena, and they got a little beat to them. But I think that's the beautiful visuals, and y'all know me, I love pretty pictures. So yeah, and plus it was relevant to explaining some of the instruments or whatnot used. And Sagittarius A, again, is the black hole in the center of our galaxy.
Yeah.
is a supermassive black hole.
Yeah, I got 2 more questions, Miss Juju, and I'm gonna get on it. We're gonna get into the Black history.
Black history celebration. Y'all see my red, black, and green flag? I got like 3 of them. Don't be fooled. Ain't that my roses? Hey, go ahead.
Thank you. All right, for spin barrel. What's happening with the black hole that is spitting out what it absorbed? Okay, that it's not the material in the jets that we're speaking about, the relativistic jets. You know, sometimes you'll hear quasar and then you'll hear quasar with jets. You know, I think it's estimated that about 10% of the quasars they find have jets. Well, due to the friction and the magnetism, now this is the thoughts as of now, but due to the friction and the magnetism that's going on, you know, from the rapidly spinning black hole, the jets are formed at the poles of the black hole. So the material has not hit the black hole yet. You know, it's the black hole itself, it can't take it. You know what I'm saying? It's accreting at its limit. So with all that magnetism and that spinning around, those particles are riding the magnetic, you know, jets, because it's the magnetic field of all the particles and the black hole itself. They culminate at the poles, and they, you know, it's twisting and spinning real fast, shooting those jets out. So that material itself is not coming from the black hole, it's coming from around the black hole, but it's the stuff that can't fall into the black hole because it's too much other matter falling in. So that's kind of like, I guess you can say, like Cookie Monster. You remember Cookie Monster just eating and shit just flying everywhere, too much stuff, you know, basically the same thing, but it's in a jet. You know what I'm saying? So the matter never, the matter never hasn't had a chance to fall onto the black hole yet. Now that's my understanding of it. And for Chaz, basically it's the same thing.
Hey, Scared Chronicles. I know who you are. Hey.
The black hole is not a hole
right
in space. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, and the relativistic jets prove that, because you have to have it's coming from the poles. You know what I'm saying? So anything that has poles is round. A hole, well, I ain't gonna say it's round, but a hole does not have poles on either side of it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just there's a lot of misnomers with the titles and the names of things in astronomy, and that's one of them. You know what I'm saying? That it's the black hole, but it's not really a hole. It's something round. What it's made of, nobody knows, because we can't get any light from it to analyze it. You know, so we don't know what it's made of, but we do know it's real. It's very massive, and it affects everything around it. And you only find them at the center of a galaxy.
Remember that.
That's the only place we find them. And those jets, the only place we find them is at the center of a galaxy.
Oh, jets, yeah. Sorry.
So I hope that answered your question there, Chaz. And
thank you for the questions.
This I love the questions.
Where y'all giving us questions, and that's what we want. So we want this to be engaging. You feel me? And if you ever want us to drop the link, we'll drop the link for y'all. Y'all can get up here and ask us the question, and you know, we can dialogue. But I love when we have discourse, healthy discourse. Yeah. It's important. Okay, so yeah, but so are you ready? You ready?
Yeah, we can. Let's get into that Black history piece.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first? Which one you
want? Hold on, wait a minute. Brad say we didn't answer his question. What's happening, Brad? Peace to you, my brother.
We can't forget about the journal, the colonel, the major, the captain himself.
Hell yeah, Brad. I'm definitely happy to see y'all, man. You know.
Oh man, that's the question.
Brother.
I'm so happy. And thank you so much.
I mean, I know Miss Juju, you know, was telling y'all how she wasn't feeling good, but I ain't been feeling my best either. So, but it feels good to feel good, and it damn sure feels good to be able to come in here and converse with y'all on this subject here.
It
You know,
feels
so
good.
that's
It feels good.
this is what I like to do.
Ah,
It's me. And who we got coming in? Oh, Sakina Ra. Peace to you, my sister. Peace to you, my good sister. Sakina Ra, for coming in. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, love you, Sakina.
Yeah, we can go ahead and get into that
you
that
first?
Black History piece.
You first or me first?
Yeah, you go ahead. I need to take a
quick
break.
Oh, you've been talking to? Okay. No, I'm just kidding. So let me get ready. Just un momento, por favor, please. Yeah. I hope you're enjoying it. Happy Black History Month. Again, remember what I said. I'm on a mission to make sure that we all can recite at least 10 scientists, you know, off the tip of our tongues easily. That are actually living and working. But of course, I have some past ones I'll be dealing with. But every time we do this, I'm going to give you a few extras. We already gave you Hakeem Oluwasi. Google him, look him up. He has a book, actually, and his story is fascinating. Remember, I'm not stalking you, Hakeem, but I'm definitely trying to get you to come on the show. Yeah, we want to do an interview with you, Hakeem. So holla at your girl. Anybody who know him, tell him you're trying to holla, but professionally, okay? Yeah, let me get into it real quick. Let me see if I want to start there. They ain't give me no face shots. I'm not gonna find some, but I'm gonna start here, and I'm gonna give you the basics, okay? And I feel like if you're not gonna do me, okay? Yeah, I feel like if you want to know more, I left everything that you need in the description box. I mean, everything. Every link that we used, like every clip to the picture, I gave it to you because that's what it's about, transparency. We're not trying to hide nothing here. Ain't no type of, ain't no information is secret around here. You feel me? They ain't nothing that they hid. We got it. We got it right here. Okay. And I also want to make a little statement. So, there was this conversation. It was part of a discourse, and not a happy one, but I don't want to get into it. But there is some things I heard, about our choice of an expert that we brought, and the notion that there's racism in that, so they can't be telling the truth. Well, like I said earlier, George Robert Carruthers, who I'm going to be speaking on today, Julian Percy Julian, I get his backwards, I'm dyslexic, and many more, in the face of adverse racism, like they face every day because of, Jim Crow, and, some of these things were before civil rights or right after, but you still have a lot of negativity going on, facing racism every day. But yet these individuals have a legacy that they have left. They have technology that we have further built upon in the field, especially in astrophysics, and it cannot be denied. So I need us to not think that the truth can't get out because of racism, like that's stopping every door, because it's not. We've learned to deal with it and, circumvent it. You get what I'm saying? So let's be clear, and let's stop putting so many limits on what is able to be gathered as far as information and the facts. All right? I just want to say that. So today, during Black History Month, we would like to celebrate, first and foremost, George Robert Carruthers. Born October 1st, 1939, he was an African-American inventor, a physicist, engineer, and a space scientist. Carruthers perfected a compact and very powerful ultraviolet camera, the spectrograph. And we've talked about that, people. Y'all have talked about the spectrometer, spectrograph, all kinds of things, okay? But he developed this for NASA to use when it launched the Apollo 16 in 1972. He designed it so that astronauts could use it on the lunar surface, making all adjustments inside their bulky spacesuits. Upon instructions from Carruthers, they used the camera to record the Earth's outermost atmosphere, noting its variations, and also map portions of the far ultraviolet sky, recording stars and galaxies and the gaseous media between them. Like we've been talking about these gas clouds and direct collapse. Well, yeah, there's like gaseous mediums everywhere, just to let you know. So everything connects. You see how it connects? You see how science makes the dot connects and the steps that it takes to get to where we are? So in 1970, though, sending his instruments aboard what it's called the Araby sounding rockets, he had demonstrated that molecular hydrogen exists in the interstellar medium, excuse me. Among numerous citations and awards, in 2003, Carruthers was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame, and he received an honorary doctorate of engineering from Michigan Technological University. He was also awarded the 2011 National Medal for Technology and Invention from President Barack Obama for invention of the far UV electrographic camera, which significantly improved our understanding of the space and Earth science. So with that said, we salute you, George Roberts Carruthers. We thank you for your contributions to science, to astrophysics, to your people, to Black African Americans, to Black people. And this is actually a model of that camera. This is lunar. This is the lunar surface ultraviolet camera, and he discusses the instrument with the Apollo 16 commander John Young, who is right. Carruthers is employed by the Naval Research Lab in Washington, D.C. From left are lunar module pilot Charles Duke. Then you have Charles Duke, and then you have Rocco Petrone. Then you have Apollo program director. The photo was taken during an Apollo lunar surface experiments review in the manned, and there's more, let me see, in the manned spacecraft operation building at the Kennedy Space Center, which is right here in Florida. Well, I don't know. It could be the one in Texas or something like that. But that's Carruthers in the middle there, George Roberts Carruthers, and that's, of course, Miss Carruthers. A nice looking man, I must say. And that's a beautiful piece of instrument. So today, we salute you, George Robert Carruthers. Anthony, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hada. We them boys. Hada. No, stop. Let me get our girl. Jeez. Oh, geez, I'm tripping. Can y'all hear that?
Yep. You ready? Oh, well, I'm ready when you're ready.
Gotcha. That's all I wanted to give you. Just a little bit. And then let me do this. But you can go ahead.
Okay, I want to introduce you all to a young lady African-American young lady. Her name is JEDIDAH Isler. I think I spoke on her a couple of years ago, but she's an astrophysicist, and she studies quasars. Well, actually, it's called blazars, which is a quasar that has a jet that is pointing directly, in our line of sight, or like pointing towards Earth. So that's what she studies. She was working on, trying to figure out how these jets are formed. And, if you go to her wiki page, it states that JEDIDAH Isler is an American astrophysicist, an educator, and an active advocate for diversity in STEM. She became the first African-American woman to complete her PhD in astrophysics at Yale.
Sorry, I got to say first.
The first African-American woman to complete her PhD in astrophysics at Yale in 2014. She is currently an assistant professor of astrophysics at Dartmouth College. Her research explores the physics of blazars, which are hyperactive supermassive black holes, and examines the jet streams emanating from them. In November 2020, Isler was named a member of Joe Biden's Presidential Transition Agency review team to support transition efforts related to the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. Now, her alma mater is, she got her bachelor's at Norfolk State, HBCU.
HBCU, hey. Yes, sir.
She got her master's from Fisk University, which
HBCU.
is HBCU.
You better know.
As I already stated, she got her PhD from Yale. So she's on it. You know what I'm saying? She's received awards from the Cavill Foundation Fellowship, the Ford Foundation Dissertation Fellowship, and the National Science Foundation. So, she's taught at Vanderbilt University, Syracuse University, Dartmouth College. And when you look up her on Wiki, you can also see her thesis, So she's pretty dope. And we have a couple of sources in the description on her. Correct. She's one of the rising scientists or astrophysicists in the field. She's on the rise. But I chose her,
however,
for a couple of reasons, because she studies what we're talking about. The jets coming from those supermassive black holes early in the universe. She studies those, and she's a big advocate for African American women in STEM. Correct. So I felt like, she was appropriate for what we got going on. But the fact of the matter is, she's a Black woman, So there are many, many African Americans contributing to what we call science in all fields, not just astrophysics, in all fields.
And we know what I'm saying?
So we have to get away from that. It's the white man science and all that. I mean, astronomy started with Naphtha Playa in Africa.
Right, in Africa.
You know what I'm saying? The oldest astronomical objects are, I like to call them maps, because they were mapping out the sky, but they were doing it to help themselves survive, when to plant, when to do this, the flood is coming when we see this in the sky, these types of things. So it's not the white man science. I'm sorry, y'all. That's just an excuse for, instead of just saying, I don't know, or, just studying it further for yourself. So the white man science, the Black man science, that's crazy. Science is a human endeavor.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
And it takes all of us.
And it takes us all. But don't ever forget, when it comes down to astrophysics, or the cosmos, it started in Africa. Now, we may have got set back a little bit during slavery, but it's still time to pick it up.
Right.
You know, we can still pick it up. And we have African-American scientists all throughout every field of science.
Every field.
Yeah. I'm Pseudo Killer official. I'm sorry, what you do?
I'm just getting chills by listening and thinking. But go ahead.
Yeah. Think about Cedric, our good brother Cedric. He's a living, working scientist that is making a difference in his community. Mac Rob, you know what I'm saying? Well, I don't know if he's a scientist, but he's making a difference in his community.
Who works in the medical field.
It works in the medical field. You know what I'm saying? So
he is highly trained, highly certified. And
all that, and you're absolutely right, Omar. It's an an excuse for low comprehension.
Correct. But I don't want to hear the excuse no more, because you diss the hard work and the ingenuity and what it took to us to fight that adversity or the racism or whatever to get in there and to be seen and to contribute, which we have done in a major way. So I'm tired of hearing it.
It's crazy. So it's, like Gideon say, it's an excuse for those whose brains are loose. Yeah, it's crazy. You don't want to do the work. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Miss Juju. You know, this is a touchy subject for me.
Me too. Me too. You know? I'm getting like, oh, but I'm just saying, like, so even with this show, I've named you Hakeem Oluwasi. We've named you George Robert Carruthers. We've named you JEDIDAH Isler. Before this show, we talked about Moya McTeer. We've interviewed her, another Black woman, and has a PhD from, you know, the creme de la creme, you know, I believe Harvard or Columbia, but y'all can go check the show. We interviewed her. Who else? That's 5 people right there. I'm missing somebody. But that's 5 people right there. So I'm just going to throw some names out for you while we're here and give you 2 more. So you're going to be over 5 or 4 by the time we leave here today. But you have Sylvester James, a theoretical physicist also. Y'all have heard Soy Kiata. He's a geneticist. You've heard of Solange Ashby. She is an Egyptologist. And I also want to share one more that I think is absolutely fascinating. And we found her today. Just going through Instagram. I love Instagram, but I made my algorithm where I get a lot of Black content, high intelligent content about Black people. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I did that on purpose. Her name is Clarice Phelps, a graduate of Tennessee State University, which is a HBCU, who etched her name in history. I'm reading from the Instagram. In 2022, y'all listen to this. Just listen to this, right? Just listen to this. 2022, she became the first Black woman to contribute to the discovery of an element on a periodic table.
That's dope.
Now recognized as Tennessean, T, capital T with the lower case S, with atomic number 117, falls within the halogen group. Her name is Clarice Phillips. She's graduated, but she's probably continuing her study, and she's already in the history books. Though me and Anthony talked about it early, that element should have been named after her, Clarice. Clarice, you feel me? Should have been named after her, but we'll take Tennessee because that's at Tennessee State University. But a first woman to have discovered an element on a periodic table. Meaning nobody else has discovered this element, but she did. That's astounding. So I don't hear nothing about, there's racists in the institutions. Okay, but regardless, we're still making way. You hear what I'm saying? We're still making way. We pushing through. We coming through. You hear me? Yeah.
And y'all need to check her story out. I mean, she's got a nice story, man.
Yeah.
You know, So it's the reward is there for those that are doing the work.
If anybody's on, I dropped it in the Discord. If y'all can share here for others to see, I'd appreciate it. Maybe I can get it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Anthony, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's amazing, you know, when you really get into it, the contributions that are made to science by African Americans. But the fact of the matter is, science is a human endeavor, man. You know, that's what it is. It's a human collaboration. It is not the white man or the black man or the Chinese man or the Indian or whoever, the Russian. It's a human endeavor, and we all benefit from it. You know what I'm saying? We all benefit from it. So make sure y'all check out these African American scientists, and there's plenty more. It's not just this handful. It's oh man. I mean, you can go back to Hidden Figures. You can go back, you know, even farther than that.
Anna Julia Cooper. You have Antonor, and I've been talking about him for a long time now. Furman, which is an anthropologist and done some amazing things. So, I mean, I can name 10 or more. I want you all to be able to name 10 or more.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's
so,
important,
you know,
it's important for our children.
We science is I mean, it's what changes the world. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with believing what you want to believe, but you have to keep it separate from the science. You have to. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, Miss Isler is a Christian. You know,
right.
In her thesis, she gave all praises to Jesus Christ.
Right.
But you don't ever hear her saying, oh, God created this. At least I hadn't. You know what I'm saying? God did. No, she keeps it separate. And ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But you have to be able to keep it separate. And if I know when I run it, if I'm listening to something or I'm reading something and it's something I come across I don't understand, I stop right there and I go a little bit deeper so I can get that understanding. You know what I'm saying? So just the science is where it's at. You know, when you're talking about solving problems. And I went back, that galaxy we were talking about with that supermassive black hole, the UHZ1, that stands for ultra high redshift, and it's the first one they found. So the U is ultra, the H is high, and the Z, that Z symbol is for redshift. And then the 1, that's the first one they found. Now, since that article was put out, they found more that's a little bit older, but this was the first one. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just wanted to clear that part up. But yeah, man, y'all make sure y'all look into these scientists we're giving you. And there's, like I say, there's several more. I can name them out. You know, Mugega Cooper, she's a planetary scientist. Gabar Basar, I think that's his name.
There for Gugega. If y'all look in the descriptions, when I have those the hashtags, Gugega's in there. Press the hashtag so y'all can go and see who she is. That's what the hashtags are. If you press them, they take you to like their pages or their content, specifically YouTube. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And that but yeah, y'all make sure y'all, you know, check these people out, man. I mean, real live African American women, you know, there's men, but you know, Miss Cooper, I'm a big fan of Miss Isler. I'm a big fan of her.
We already know.
You know?
We already know. He married though, y'all. But you know.
Yeah, I'm married, but I got a little educational, intellectual crush on her. You know what I'm saying?
I love that intellectual crush.
Because I love black holes and everything about black holes. You know what I'm saying? And to see my sister leading the charge in what I love to study, hey, man, how can you not feel good about that?
I know that's
you know what I'm saying?
And they beautiful too with it.
Hey, very beautiful.
Dude.
So, but no, we're not gonna get into that today. That good
I want to
guy.
be petty.
I got to do a little more studying on that. That good guy. So I can't come in on that today.
I just want to say thank you to my boo bae. These were beautiful, along with a balloon and a whole bunch of chocolates. Thank you.
That's what's up. Tell my brother he did good.
Yeah, so patient, so kind. Just, oh my God, I adore him so much. Thank you.
What's up.
Yup. I just had to brag. I had to give him.
And that girl, Darcel, I'm with you on that.
What?
I'm with you. Boycott that.
Yeah, we trying, girl. He is. How you talking about his money? Just talking all kind of crazy.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That is wild.
Scarab Chronicles, he's scamming. That's what he's doing.
Super
that's the problem.
Grifting
that's what he's doing.
Grifting on the water.
Yeah.
Ah!
When you take scientific information and you put your own spin on it and try to convince people that your spin is the truth,
you F it all up.
You come to a conclusion by reading somebody else's work.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
You scamming, period.
Super scamming.
Now, if you in the labs doing the work, hey, I got no problem with that. That's but when you take my car and then go put the rims on it that you want and tell everybody it's yours, you scamming. You done stole it.
Scamming hard.
Period. Ain't no way to get around it. That's just what it is. So that's why we don't do Billy Carson over here.
Thanks. So I just want to remind everybody, please, would you do me a favor, please? Like the show. And if you don't mind, share it with 3 people, especially if you think they'll be interested. I mean, we try not to do too much where you can't share this show with children and sit down with them and kind of go over some of the things we discuss or even the sources. Okay. And don't forget, you got NASAspace.com. That's NASA for children, but that's NASA for everybody. So because it does things in a manner that makes it very simple. So if you have no inkling of what's going on, very simply put, to help you build upon. Okay. So we want you to do that. And I want to say thank you to everybody who hit that Cash App. I appreciate you to the depths of my heart. I mean, a lot of people know my situation, but they don't know. But some people know more than others. And I just appreciate it because it does help. And we are also trying to do our due diligence to bring you the best content creation that we can or whatnot. So we thank you. We appreciate you. And your Cash Apps go to good usage. We use it to spend our time and money bringing you some excellent content. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank you for that. And that means equipment. Anthony has a telescope. Anthony, do you want to go ahead and tell them over about that deal?
We about the Space Age African Astronomy Club is ready to go live.
Yeah.
Ready to go live.
Meaning we're going to be fishing some stars at the sky in real time.
Yeah.
What up, Fine?
We're about to start getting primary sources. You know what I'm saying? That's what these pictures are.
Primary.
And I want y'all on the ride with me. So me and Miss Juju, we did a trial run yesterday.
We did.
She had a chance to see M81, the Galaxy, in the raw form, and that's what you guys are gonna be able to. And so we about to go live. I'm just waiting on the next clear night.
Yes, sir.
But the only thing about it, I can't schedule it.
It's gonna be
it's contentious on the weather. You know what I'm saying? I need clear skies to be able to do it. So right now, the forecast is looking good for early next week, where, here in my location. It's looking good for early next week, so we ought to be able to get it in. We're gonna astro project.
Yeah. but for real though, you know what I'm saying? We're real scientific tools, and
yeah, we're actually gonna be looking at, you know, objects that are millions of light years away.
Yeah, y'all see Bobby with his telescope.
Yeah,
you see Bobby with the telescope in the background. That's
what's happening with you, Mr. Bobby?
Hey man, hey, I'm just tuning in with my paper, pen. You know, one of my favorite shows on YouTube, man. And you know, if I'm tuned in, everybody else need to be tuned in, yo. Like, it's a valuable tool for the community, man. Space Age Africans all day, every day, man.
Every day.
You know, JuJu, Anthony Bowman, man. Yeah, yo, you know, this is my thing right here, yo. I'm learning, and you know, when I'm quiet, yo, I'm sitting back and I'm really putting the things together. Y'all got my telescope, right? And y'all need to get y'all telescopes, get ready for the you know, man, Space Age African Astronomy Club, yo. That's I'm saying that's that. We're gonna be going around. I'm telling you, we're gonna be meeting. We're gonna go around, right? We're gonna go all out there with our damn telescopes and do something that y'all ain't used to seeing good old black folks doing. That's what we doing, yo. We missing it. Right? We missing the cosmos, man. We busy arguing about things that's right here, yo, that come from the cosmos. So why not figure out where them things come from, man? So yeah, I'm tuned in all the way, man. Appreciate it. And hey, man, look, man, it's Black History Month, yo. Big up the Not the Playa, right? You know, African history, okay? You know, weaved in to Black history. You know what I mean? It was Black history first. Then some kind of way you got to look to the ancestors, right? Look to those on the continent of Africa and see what the continent of Africa was doing, yo. And they was doing the thing. And so, you know, big up to the human family across the board. So I appreciate, you know what I mean? When I make, if they ain't got their paper and pen, yo, and if they ain't taking no notes, yo, what they doing, yo? What they doing?
I know they better have 10 scientists on that paper because I gave y'all a whole bunch. 10 scientists. Thank you. Aurora Borealis. I definitely want to see that in real life, though.
Put the 2 on it. 10 was over my limit.
The Borealis only happens, you know, for certain conditions. And to let you know, that's in our atmosphere. So we ain't got to go.
And it has everything to do with the magnetic field.
The magnetic field, correct. We got Chilumbwe in the house. Pseudo Killer Official.
Peace to you, Marcus.
Peace, family. How everybody doing? Can y'all hear me?
We hear you.
What's
going on, brother?
What's going on, God Killer and JuJu Pseudo Killers Official? I just wanted to come on and say, man, I am grateful to be able to sit back and listen to someone who has a well-formed knowledge on a subject, and has a passion to share that knowledge on there. I'm not a big space guy. I don't know nothing really.
Right.
And so when we had this space show, I love the opportunity to sit and listen to beautiful black people try to educate their community. And so I just wanted to let y'all know I am utterly grateful
to
be able to sit back and listen and look at the images and learn from the pseudo killers, relatively space guy, Anthony, and JuJu do their thing. And so I just wanted to come up and just tell y'all my appreciation for that. You know what I'm saying? I really am grateful, you know, for this show and for the opportunity and for the time that y'all take to put it together, because I surely understand the work and the background work that goes into just producing the show. So I just want to say big up to both of y'all. You know, shout out to the pseudo killers as a whole.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you.
That so much.
Appreciate you. Yeah, Mark has been down with me since I took my very first picture of the moon. He been there with me. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you, my brother. I really do. I really do. Let's see. I had a question from Gemini. What we need to be getting together. I don't know what you mean, baby. As far as
I think she means as far as the a club, like, you know, what you need, you know.
Yeah, I would.
Now, tell me if I'm wrong or right. We'll give you a few minutes to respond, but we think that's it, so we'll respond to that until you tell us otherwise.
Yeah,
for the telescope.
Well, I mean, it's me personally, and I'm very biased, but I think everybody should have a telescope. You know, that's me, my biased opinion. But with this equipment that I have, you guys will be able to see what's coming out of my camera live. You know what I'm saying? So whatever I'm taking a picture of, and for the most part, I do 2 to 3 minute exposures. But every 2 minutes, you'll see a picture of that object. You know what I'm saying? And I take those exposures and stack them together to make one picture. So all I need is your attention, pretty much. But I would advise everybody, if possible, to get you a telescope. You know, it's what you see is amazing, you know, and it's gonna humble you. I promise you, it's gonna humble you. So yeah, get you a telescope if you can, but if not, your big brother got you.
Right.
I got you know what I'm saying?
And also in the descriptions, Anthony's telescope, all of his equipment is there too, and hashtags. So all you have to do now, I will tell you, all the hashtags doesn't come up. So the ones that don't come up, you can look them up directly, but some of them do. So use those. I take great, you know, I'm lost for words, but I take great pride in what I'm doing to provide you that description box with all and everything you need for everything we talk about on the show. That is my job. I do that, you know, and I do that because I want to, but because also it makes it complete. It makes the show complete. And if you didn't get to see the show, then all you got to do is go to the description box. Everything we talk about is there for you. And then some, you know what I'm saying? And I've always been dropping little bits and pieces of additional information, like organizations or society, like the National Society for Black Engineers, which Bobby Banger is published and has a paper with Dr. Mayat and another scholar. So those are the things that are important, right? And many other Black organizations that are fundamentally important and scientifically sound. Like that's what they're for. You feel me? And we have those because sorry, I'm just trying to, I don't want him screaming at me, why you kick me up? Because you're loud. That's why. But do you understand what I'm saying? Because I'm aware, because of my college days, of these programs. And, you know, maybe everybody is not, even if you went to college, you know, you're not aware, but these are important programs. Not only that, sometimes these programs offer camps for your children and scholarships. So I'm trying to give you things that are actually useful and advantageous, you know, that you can actually use, like you can use in real life, since we talk about how YouTube ain't real life. And yeah, it kind of is though. It's the way we communicate, and that's real life. You feel me? So but anywho, for the sake of your children, your family, the future, I'm doing my best to give you what I can to help us move forward and to kind of combat some of this lack of scientific literacy. I'm doing my best to do my due diligence to do that for you all in this platform, small platform, but we got a lot of big information and big energy, and that's all we need. We have a faithful amount of people who follow us, and we appreciate that. And we know that numbers are good, but they're not everything. I'd rather deal with quality people who are really interested, who really want to move with information, than people who are with the rah-rah and just want to be stupid or just here to contest it because, you know, they're happy in their willful ignorance. You know, I want people here that know that this is a tool that's of usefulness. You understand what I'm saying? We're only here to give you something, to give you some food to eat, but for everybody. You know, I love that metaphor. So yeah, that's my rant though. I don't know if you want to say anything else while, you know, we got people in the building.
Yeah, I had one question.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I
had
mean,
one question.
This was gonna get like this, and we both were kind of really low energy, but I'm good now. Like I feel good.
Hey, yeah, I'm ready to rock.
I know.
So,
but we're not gonna hold y'all. But we are going to, you know, address your comments and concerns. You know, that we're not gonna.
I really enjoy the engagement. You know, from the chat. So I try to answer them. But I got the Black Conscious Health coach. They, for what you want, they got them. You're gonna have to spend a little money. You're gonna probably spend at least $1,000.
Yeah, buddy. For something good, worthwhile.
Something like that. See, like with my setup, this little box right here, this is a computer that controls everything. So, I mean, this mount is set up to do what you want. You know, you can type in what you want to see or whatever, and it'll go right to it. But you know, there's things you have to do. You know, you have to get it polar aligned correctly and make sure it's balanced and you know, to keep it on track. But I got this little computer here to control, you know, it controls my cameras. But all I have to do is type in what I want to look at. I take a picture of, and it goes right to it, and then it'll center it. So yeah, the capability is there, but you're probably gonna spend at least $1,000 for that. You know what I'm saying?
Good. So go ahead. Let me know when you finish. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's it. That's all I was gonna say. Yeah.
I just want to say, remember, today we honored 2 great scientists. You got George. I've been trying to call him John, y'all. Forgive me, but you got George Carruthers, Robert. You got George Robert Carruthers, and you have JEDIDAH Islam. All right.
Yeah.
Happy.
And I want to say this about the club. Oh,
hey, JuJu, hold on. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. Don't hang up.
I got you.
I want to say this about now when we do the Space Age Africans Astronomy Club, you know, it won't be it won't be the same thing as this what we're doing now. It'll be something totally different. You know, we'll pick out an object.
So we're not replacing the show, y'all. It's just going to be an addition. It's going to be like the field work. You feel me? No, it's going to be like a field trip, a virtual field trip. That's what
exactly.
And we're gonna, you know,
And like I say, that's going to be contingent on the weather. You know what I'm saying? So we can't put that on the schedule. We can't say, okay, we're going to do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You know, it's just
definitely will put that out. Like we do the shows. I'll go ahead and put it out like, you know, 7 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock tonight, 9 o'clock tonight. We have this.
Yeah, we can do it that way. Yeah,
we're gonna.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that notification. I mean, hit the notification so y'all get. I mean, you know, so you'll get the notifications on the days that we're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you subscribe. Tell your family members, get your kids.
Make everybody subscribe who has a YouTube channel.
It's an experience. I'm telling y'all, when you can see other galaxies, you know,
that's beautiful.
It's an experience. Now you're not gonna see it in the light that, you know, if you see a picture from Hubble or something, you know, a lot of work went into that picture that you see from Hubble to get to that picture. A lot of work, you know what I'm saying? But you can still see these things, you know, and you can see them fairly clear with the photos. Now I have to take, you know, I need maybe about 500 2-minute exposures to get a good quality picture. So it takes a few nights, you know what I'm saying? Because at 2-minute exposures, I'm only getting 30 pictures per hour every 60 minutes, you know what I'm saying? And when you need about 500, you know, but we have data or primary sources that we can detect supernovas and things like that, you know what I'm saying, with these pictures. So that's what, you know, we're going to be doing. And like I said, it's going to be geared towards the objects that we're looking at and learning about those objects, and, you know, telescopes, shopping for telescopes, all that kind of stuff is going to be taken care of on that show. You know what I'm saying?
You have a question?
Let me see. No, I don't have a link yet, because it's going to be done, you know, on the Pseudo Killers channel. You know what I'm saying? Everything, and it has to be done on Zoom, of course, which that's not a problem, but everything will be done on the Pseudo Killers channel for now.
You have another questions?
Is it the type of thing we can follow along with? Yes, you can, because most of the objects that we'll be looking at have already been classified, have been discovered. So whatever I'm looking at with mine, you'll be able to see with yours, as long as you got, you know, good weather. Yeah, you'll be able to follow me. And I'd like to be able to follow you guys. You know what I'm saying? No, that's JEDIDAH. JEDIDAH at Omar. JEDIDAH Isler has what they call that thing, like she has the Egyptian hieroglyphics tattooed on her wrist.
The meta-nature. Is that right?
Well, I know she do. I don't know about Mugega, but I do know for a fact, because I sent Unc a picture of her a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? Unc and I was talking about this young lady. So yeah, she does have what they call it. When they had the little circle, the ring around the inscription in the Egyptian, what they call it? Damn, I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, it is meta-nature, but she's got a distinct symbol. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it means, but yeah.
What does it look like?
I can't remember what it looked like, but it's in you know, when they put stuff in the circle, that means something. I forgot what because you know, I kicked it with Wujao for a minute.
I know I did too. We love you, Wujao. Come back.
You was in the same class, Miss Juju, if I'm not mistaken.
Was we?
Yeah.
He was in there with Chill. Chill was in the class.
Chill and
I think Mika
was Mika in that class? I think Mika.
Well, I took it twice, so.
Okay, well, I know I was in there with you. I
might get them confused. You feel me?
Yeah, a shin. That's what it is. Omar put it in the shin. Yeah. So that's what. You know, she's got that tattoo on her wrist.
She has a Shanu, and it must have her name in it, because the Shanu has your name in it.
I couldn't. I don't know what the symbol is. I can't remember what it is, but I do know she has that tattooed on her wrist. Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. Well, Bobby Banger, he told me, hold on, nigga, we done. Let me see. Well, yeah, I got a song for you. Y'all want to hear it? Here it go.
Y'all. Like Miss Juju stated earlier, we appreciate them cash apps.
We do.
I appreciate the engagement. Man, I love y'all.
Absolutely
man.
do.
You know, I love this shit. And
Lord, he over here
eating a chicken. You have people showing.
I cook dinner, yo. Can I cook dinner, yo?
You know that drives me. So
can I watch my favorite show and cook dinner? I mean, what's going on?
Like, you have people what, Anthony?
I said I just having people engaging in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what drives me. You know, I tell you all the time, Juju, I feed off of you. You know what I'm saying? But it's the engagement in the chat as well that, you know, I love answering the questions. I love the engagement. But
yeah, it was awesome. Make sure to please like the show, share the show. We're really trying to build the channel, particularly this show, because we need this. Like, I'm not trying to say it because I'm trying to brag or it's about me. No, we need this. I'm a student and I literally take this show, you know, I take time with it and I research and I study hard. Like I'm in school for this mofo. I'm not lying to you. So Yeah, we need this though. So let's support the show. Let's support something good and positive and has no room for toxicity of any kind, like none. So, you know, yeah.
Shit. Plenty of room to beat somebody up. Trust me. There's always a lame out there playing expert, right? They deserve to get beat up. Elegance and grace. So we'll beat them up with elegance and gracefulness.
Okay, absolutely. Strategically. We'll beat them up strategically.
On here, just elegance and grace, right? And I wanna make this point though.
Go ahead.
A lot of times I'm brass, I'm doing all that, I'm wilding out, man. I only wild on people who pretend to know and act like they know. Okay? And masquerade around as an expert. Those who are in my position, specifically when it comes to dealing with the cosmos, right? If you don't know, you don't know. See, when people don't really know and not trying to play that game, right? They're very humble. They're not trying to fight you with the nonsense. And then that lets you know that I'm actually trying to learn. When you stick your chest out and start challenging experts, then I'm gonna raise my ugly head. That's what I'm doing. So I don't know. And I'm gonna call you ignorant. And I'm gonna call you stupid because my dad told me, he say, son, if you open your mouth about something that you don't really know about, you ignorant. If you ain't studied that, if you ain't recognizing what it is, but yet you stick your chest out, that's ignorance. Now, if you don't know and you come humble, you just don't know. This community is very arrogant because we act like we know. Right? And these personalities on YouTube, they swear they know and they play us and they play the game. That's why these shows have been developed. To teach the community something that they wasn't having before. To strip it away from the white man. It's the most ridiculous losing attitude I've ever seen. Why would you give them science?
Losing attitude. You preach, Pastor Banger.
Yes, sir.
Y'all gotta stop calling me a pastor because I ain't never been that. That's wild to me. That's like a dishonorable nonsense, faking people out with the ghost self. Don't get me started.
The word. You giving people the word.
I'm promoting scientific literacy. I just do it with a flair and debonair.
You're giving people the word. Nigga.
Not like a preacher. A preacher be fooling you with the trick out and the Brooklyn fake magic and the whole 9 yards. I'm giving it to you raw. I'm just simply saying the only reason why I step up and start going in on people because you faking teacher. You faking teacher. If me, right, been in the community for damn near 20 years, if I could say, yo, I'm basically a novice and I'm teaching myself and I'm learning from the experts, then the rest of y'all can say the same thing, but no, gotta be the expert. You gotta talk crazy about the experts. You gotta skip steps. See, we ain't about skipping steps right here.
Nope.
Me and Anthony hooked up, right? Man, I was humbled. I was like, man, yo. Man, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you feel good, right? When you run across Anthony and a JuJu.
Yes.
And you know what they say though, right? This deep.
Anthony.
Check this. This is what they say. They say, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. The thing is, you don't know whether you're the student or the teacher. So when I'm thinking I'm teaching JuJu and I'm teaching Anthony, they teaching me. See how deep that is, yo? See, I can't keep it unless I give it away.
Yes, sir.
So there's going to be room for everybody to teach and fucking shine. Wait your damn turn. Right? Because when the student is ready, you know what I'm saying? The teacher will appear.
That's beautiful.
Facts.
So I want to end with that.
Y'all.
I want to keep saying that. That's that religious ghost, and that ghost is still around you.
I got the Holy Ghost.
Still, you know what I mean? So really, Farazi, am I saying the name right?
Farah.
So yeah, we like to do this. We like to have subject matters, have the expert. We had the expert first with Farazi. Go back and check out that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Man, listen, man. Space age Anthony, he done went and had private lessons. He done been in Hawaii.
Yeah, right.
Looked like he was on. I said, did you get on the moon? How'd you get on the moon? I said, that man is on the moon. How did he get on the moon?
Boy.
I said, this man on the moon. What's the picture? You look like you're on the moon or Mars somewhere. It was crazy. I was like, that's not a regular picture there. That's
beautiful.
right? Like you're not in a regular spot. He said, yo, I'm a couple thousand feet above sea level. I was like, oh, it's different. It's different.
Yeah.
So we got those interviews, right? And I was privy to get some private lessons as the brother got a chance to pick, the physicist's brain, man. And the stuff I heard was like, man, let me just say, really, is that what you just said? Right. And so, we consider ourselves to be a natural people, right? And considering yourself to be a natural person, then you need to find a thing that pushes you towards the natural.
Yeah.
And that's science.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we do what we do. Yo, we study the cosmos. You know how they say real slick, right? I'm giving you slick, they say as above, so below. Well, how true is that? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How true is that? Right. So we doing it big, and we appreciate those interviews, and we got some surprise interviews coming.
Yes, we do.
We got some anthropologists coming. We gonna have a conversation.
Yeah, babe.
We
big up to
another
Series
surprise
B,
coming.
Big up to Series B, man, for setting that up. You know what I'm saying?
Series B be doing the work.
Man, and Brendan putting it in.
Him and Lady Killer Miss Tiffany, boy, they be out there. Man.
Yeah.
What? Oh, that's the two right there. That's the hook.
Yeah.
They the grabbers. They the like man, we got some surprises coming. So what I'm saying is this is what we're doing for the community. If you can get past the color of individual skin, then you can get to the substance of what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm not concerned about your skin color. I'm concerned about the accuracy of your information. We're gonna have plenty of African Americans. One of our first biggest interviews was with a top-notch astrophysicist that y'all act like it wasn't. And it was not only a sister, she was top-notch. She hang out with Neil deGrasse and them. You can pull her up. And he's interviewing her. See, y'all got these straight up and down. See, y'all got content that nobody actually expected to have. So go back and watch how this sister do her thing. Watch how she talks about the mythology and how important that was to ancient culture. See, don't throw that away. See, y'all don't understand. See, don't throw that away. She was simply talking about how ancient cultures were seeing their world and their worldview and what they was doing, right? And how it was things that later on people would go back and look and see and say, oh, they got that piece right. That helped us move this direction. So, science is built on a foundation, and big up to those ancient cultures that set the stage, And so we're here. So if you coming at me sound like you from the 50s, I got you. I'm saying? Sound like you're in the Nation of Islam.
Right.
Tripping. Like, I'm not mad at you being in the Nation of Islam. Trust me, everybody get the picture, right?
Shrooms tripping.
But if you come with the Nation of Islam doctrine in 2024, talking about don't get no vaccine, don't do that, then I'm saying, yo, you done lost your brain. If you support that, it's just, I'm saying it's beyond the pale at this point, right?
Yes, sir.
Everybody want to be an expert, but don't want to do the work to be an expert. You mentioned the sister that discovered the element. Are you serious? Can you mention her name again? I need to hold on. You need to run that back again for me. That's a Black History moment. Run that back.
That's a Black History moment.
No doubt.
Dang, bring that back.
That's major. Do you realize
I gotta give
how big
when did she do that? When did she do that?
There she go. Hold on. Let me share it for y'all. Let me get it up. Clarice.
We gotta get her.
Prince.
We gotta get her.
Tennessee State. Yeah, there you go. There's her article.
When did she do this?
You want me to read it for you?
Oh, you know it. When did she do it?
Yeah, give me
HBCU.
HBCU.
I didn't know Black people did stuff like that. How in the world was she able to do that at HBCU? You know, Black people don't mess with science. They don't do that.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, we just stand outside and close our eyes, and the ancestors and the spirits bring the knowledge and wisdom to us. Yeah. We don't gotta study. We don't gotta get degrees. We're automatic experts.
No way.
Well, we had one person said that the spirits are being released from Sagittarius A star.
That's wow. You're not talking about one of the pills, are you? I need them boys to stop, bro.
One of them headache pills.
Mars is definitely in retrograde.
Some protein, like
crazy.
So her name is Clarice Phelps, y'all. What? She's a graduate of Tennessee State University, which is a HBCU. She basically was the first Black woman to discover an element on the periodic table. This element is now recognized as tennessine, capital T, lowercase s, with the atomic number 117, which falls within the halogen group. According to News Channel 5, Phelps reflected on her journey, stating securing a place on the periodic table was not an overnight achievement. It was a journey spanning 2 decades. Hailing from Nashville, Phelps exhibited an early fascination with chemistry, nurtured by her mother, who gifted her a microscope. So the some microscopes for Christmas, people. Yeah, that's what need to be on the Christmas list next for your children.
Indeed.
She indulged her scientific curiosity by conducting experiments with various concoctions in her childhood kitchen. Her passion for science flourished further during her high school chemistry classes. 2003, Phelps graduated with a bachelor's degree in chemistry from Tennessee State University, subsequently pursued a master's degree in nuclear and radiation engineering at UT Austin. Serving in the Navy for 4 years, Phelps applied her expertise in chemistry to the handle of radioactive materials. Continuing her professional journey at the Oak Ridge National Laboratory, Phelps focused on purifying chemicals, which were then shipped to Germany and Russia for utilization as tangent materials in the production of atomic number 117, this tennessine. Confirmation of tennessine's addition to the periodic table came in 2016 for Phelps. However, it wasn't until 2019. So y'all see how science works. It doesn't happen overnight.
Oh, they wanted to happen overnight, but go ahead.
Right. When the International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry acknowledged, and that's something else y'all can look up, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Maybe we'll talk about it.
You talking about people checking the checkers. You talking about not just howling screaming on YouTube and say, yeah, I did it. I overthrew the experts. You talking about a system of recognition.
A system of checks and balances. A system of checks and balances. And didn't you say that somebody that's qualified has to be the one to make sure that you're certified or something like that?
Yeah, if you're not an expert, then you need to be taught by experts. Anthony, real fast, Anthony. So, so on an element chart, you had missing spaces. Am I correct?
Well, what it is with the element chart, they got a lot of stuff that's kind of like filled in. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the elements that's in between certain elements that they know should be there, but hadn't necessarily been discovered yet.
Hold on, stop right there. That's deep. That's what I was saying. That what I was in the Museum of Natural History, and that's how the curator explained to me. I said, well, why is these empty spaces here, right? And he was saying, well, we know it should be there, but we don't have the ability to find it, or you know what I'm saying, or capture it yet, but we're working on it. And so that's what that sister did right there.
Yeah.
And so that's come on, yo. Remember we did the show when we was you know, that's why we always have fun. We go back and forth with different groups of people, right? The learning level kind of raises because we always seeking the experts, and we was having that conversation about the Dogon, right? And then based off that conversation, we learned a lot about the daggone cosmos, and we talked about, we started them off at the element chart. Remember that Brunson? Remember remember that show? Y'all go back and watch that show. We need to go back and tight our shows better. But that's the one we talk about Brunson and how he was able. You know what I'm saying? That's the one that did the Brunson burner. Y'all all know in science,
right?
Got the burner in science, test tube, that thing, right? That's the Brunson burner, right? And how he discovered elements, right? And then how we know how the elements are all over the universe or all over the cosmos, right? It's because of different color signatures that give off. Yo, you was on fire that show. That was a fire. You know what? We need to cut that show up. That was fire.
Yeah, that Brunson burner show. Yeah, he was big because he was the one that discovered, you know, certain elements burn at a certain color and a certain temperature.
That's how we knew, though. That's how we knew to look. You know, when you look through the telescopes and you see these different colors, right?
You know what it is.
Then you realize, well, that element is there too. Basically speaking, people can't wrap their brain around that. Well, how do y'all know that those particular elements that you find here is there? Because of the color signature. Come on, yo. Yeah, this is why I'm right here, right? And that's why I need to be 300 people watching this joint right here, because it is what it is. Go ahead, Anthony, my fault.
And I want to add on to what you were saying a little bit earlier about this young lady right here, and I think Omar put it in the chat.
But let me add on real quick. She is pursuing her PhD in nuclear engineering, just to finish it off. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
It's gonna blow somebody up.
It's great.
Let me stop myself.
But the thing that stands out to me, especially dealing with this conversation in the pseudos, this woman done put 20 years in. That's a career. If you say that all the time, these people are putting their careers on the line. You know what I'm saying? So they're not finna come out here and tell you nothing crazy, and they damn sure ain't finna come out here and tell you some shit that they saw on YouTube. You know what I'm talking about? 20 years this woman been putting in the work. So we got to keep that stuff in mind. These scientists and these experts that we bringing on, these people have been doing this their whole professional careers, not a couple of nights reading one article here and trying to fill in the blanks. They put the work in. They putting in the work. Now just imagine you doing your job for 20 years and then I come in and tell you, you don't know what the hell you doing. That is crazy. That is nuts.
Ain't it?
That is insanity. So you got to respect what the pseudo killers are doing. You may not like it, but you gotta respect it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because thanks to Miss Tiffany, to Brendan, we giving y'all people that have made a career off this information that they bringing us.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Secret sauce. That's why we don't copy nobody's style.
Nope.
Got the secret sauce at the end of the day. Special sauce. Can't tell y'all the recipe. We have to kill you.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. We got 40 in the building.
Hey, make sure y'all, make sure y'all support Sosa's World too. Yo, avatar the hell up.
Yeah, I need to get me one of them avatars, man. That's pretty cool what y'all be doing on there.
You can't even make it into Sosa's World, yo, without the avatar. It won't allow you in. It's like
they won't allow you in.
And if you try to, it'll kill you. If you don't, if you pop up like this, you're done because you don't even exist. You exist through the avatar. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
The avatar to make it. And see, so on this show, right, I'm gonna beat you down with grace and elegance. On Sosa's World show, gonna just smack you on top of your head, but get out of here, boy. On the pseudo killers, you're gonna get beat all the way up.
Right.
You kick door policy. You know what I'm saying? Marcus, you know what I'm saying? Malcolm. You feel me? That's what we doing. General, brass, you know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what we doing. We doing that. And you come on the Community Skeptic Show, there's no tolerance. It's a no tolerance zone. It's like when you walk in the airport with drugs on you, them dogs is coming.
They coming.
They coming. So if you jump up on that joint, flim flam and bim bam, yo, I'm coming. I can't. What you want me to do? I can smell it. I can smell it. I can smell a pseudo on you. What you want me to do? Gotta handle that. Anyway, yo, family of shows, all of them, man. Like and support, man. Hit them cash apps, man, for them brothers and sisters. That lovely job they did today, man. And go back and just watch the download, man, and digest, serious material. See, it's not just good content, right? It's that, but it's groundbreaking, real material that will help you fight your pseudo-isms, will help you to knock off the Mars in retrograde and realize who's actually scamming you about the cosmos. See, all of us want to know about the cosmos, Anthony.
Yeah.
You know that, right? We really have a yearning. As earthlings, we actually have a yearning, right? For those distant stars that forge the elements that make us who we are. We got a yearning for that, yo. We connected to that chemically. We're there, right? But the charlatan has dove in and gave us some foolery. Mars in retrograde to such the Pisces and the heavenly bodies affect who you are. And so we're all fighting for it. We want to yearn. We want to get back, right? But I'm saying we're here to stop you from going nowhere, no damn where, because you ain't getting nowhere with that foolery they telling you. This show right here going to help promote Yeah, I'm saying those distant stars that forge those elements that
Facts.
we all come from. Yo, they say we stardust. Now understand that statement and understand why.
Right. It's a statement you need to understand with context.
Okay? We dove out the sun, though, Anthony.
Right.
We dove out the sun. Yeah.
No, that's not what that means, man.
But I'm
you know,
address.
I mean, it's been estimated that it took over, you know, with the elements that they find in our solar system it's been estimated that it took at least 60 supernova to go off to produce the elements that are found in this little part of the universe, our solar system. So that shit is deep, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's deep. It's deep, man. But to get that understanding, and I just try to bring it the way that I understand it, you know, because I'm a simple dude. You know, I'm not a genius. I'm a nerd, period. I love the cosmos. So I'm trying to get an understanding for everything I hear. And that's the way I want to bring it to y'all. That's what I'm trying to do.
Well, we at the 2:05 marker, and shoot, I didn't want to go over an hour, but you know, it got a little hype. But I do want to recognize
the energy came from the cosmos. Yo, you start off slow, you don't feel like doing it, and then the supporting the people come in, yo, and you'll raise your yo.
If so to the question of the homie Steph, yes, we have seen the pictures. They're absolutely marvelous. And hopefully one day we can use them, you know, but we definitely want to do them on the show that is fitting for them. But that's why we leave you the links so you can look out whatever you want to look at. And I also want to thank a couple of people that came through. I saw from other shows, told them to slide by, if we were still going when the shows was done. So thank you, The Bar Reloaded. She also has a YouTube channel. Y'all go there and support the young, beautiful lady. I love you, sis, because you're so cool with it and you so real. So yeah, I'm about pay it forward and reciprocity, one of my favorite words. Before Lauryn Hill made a pop.
What's that, Shorty? Who that? That's Shorty.
What, the Bar Reloaded?
That's Wisham Common.
Yeah. She's so cute. She's super cool. And that good guy. I put the chat and the link.
That good guy.
Like 10 more minutes because I don't know.
Oh, we don't even listen to that good guy. He can't read.
Yeah,
we don't
weird. I mean, but this show here is pure evidence and facts. This is no rah-rah and no BS. I mean, you laugh and say that because maybe you don't know, but that's fine. It's okay not to know.
Yeah, see.
This is a safe
place. He can't read, yo.
Yeah.
He can't read and he stick his chest out. So if you can't read, you done with the cosmos. You have to have reading comprehension. You talking about this lady right here found the element on the period. Do you know what the periodical table is? Can you read that without messing it up? Do you know what she did? Do you know how groundbreaking, spectacular, over the top in the history of 300,000 years of humanity, what that really is? He doesn't know that.
Right.
Yeah, he gonna challenge her next. Oh, yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Clarice Phelps, yo. So yeah, she's about to be a nuclear engineer. I think that's absolutely fascinating and beautiful. I love to see it. Happy Black History Month. And we gave you some people. Don't forget, I'm gonna forget his name every time. George Roberts Carruthers, please. You feel me? A scientist, worked for NASA. You feel me? He helped with that spectrographic and the ultraviolet cameras, y'all. And JEDIDAH Isler, pretty much an upcoming expert in black holes. So, we giving to you what you need. So I don't want to hear nothing about how there's racism in the institution that's stopping the facts, because that's basically what I heard over the last few days. Okay, and that's some bull. That's some techno babble.
Tell a good guy to go over there. Reggie talking about Black Egypt. That'd probably help him out.
Oh Lord, yeah, Reggie live.
Yeah, he got you. He got it.
Yeah, he definitely got
situation.
Yeah,
the whole situation, defeating the experts. Whole situation there.
Definitely
over that, bro.
Techno babble. And we're not dealing with any techno babble. We're dealing with the facts. And I just told you about
what's the definition for that? That's the funniest.
That's some bullshit.
Techno babble.
Trying to keep it cool for the kids, but that's some bullshit. But yeah, you see Chill. What's up,
We're
Chill?
gonna interview Chill.
Getting ready for
Chill.
New York.
Chill
Caucasians of what dreams are made of. There's nothing we can't do in New York. Okay.
Y'all going to Black Egypt.
We going
This-
to Egypt.
I wanna say a couple of things before we get off here.
Go ahead.
Number one, as far as the Space Age Africans Astronomy Club, I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, so we can do some live stuff. But I will be in Atlanta the weekend of April 19th. I'm coming to see y'all, man. I'll be there. Got my plans made and everything. So hopefully y'all can, we can all get together. But
Of course we can.
and I just want to say that this show and what my sister and myself are doing, this is a evidence-driven show. You know what I'm saying?
All of them is. We don't got no non-evidence-based shows.
We deal with the
Talking
evidence.
about our show, Bobby. Focus.
We deal with the evidence over here with the pseudo killers. It's not our personal opinion.
Deals with the evidence base, but we're just saying.
Get the blue out your head, Juju. Get the blue out
You
your
know,
head. That's what I mean.
If it's my opinion, I'm gonna tell you this is my opinion. That's what it is, which I know don't carry a lot of weight. I'm learning, but I'm bringing you what I'm learning and the evidence for what I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? So none of what I say is my personal opinion unless I tell you that's my personal opinion. And the last thing I want to say is I saw in the chat, I think, Mac Rob, pseudo killer official. He's going to be bringing medical shows to the channel. So we expanding. We deal with science over here. Period. We deal with science. Evidence-based science.
I like that good guy, yo. He said we got 36 people in the room. Yeah, I'd rather have 36 intelligent people than 200 idiots.
Dumb followers.
Yeah, they can't see that sentence right there they can't read. You got 200 people watching, you read a sentence and you babble it out. And nobody in the audience say, hey man, nobody's, the emperor ain't got no damn clothes on. Somebody tell the emperor he ain't got no damn clothes on over there. Somebody tell Smash Scanwell, you ain't got no clothes on, bro.
Man, that's the scarecrow, and he ain't got no brain.
You got to tell somebody got to say it. Besides us, see Spot run. The dog. Can we see Spot? The car is red. The car is red.
Yo.
I'm not ever talking about Black Egypt to that good guy, to none of them, until they learn how to actually read. They can't handle this show. You got them words.
Yeah.
See, you gotta, man, they actually think humans dove out the sun when you say, quote unquote, we stardust. Yeah, we dove out the sun. Man, you got 250 billion dog. Like, really, that's my point.
Yeah.
Take one of them flowers to calm down. But that guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like it's just wild to me, man. It's interesting, yo. Yeah. And tell them dudes put some clothes on. They can't read.
Yeah.
And just think of it. They joke me. Oh, nigga, you mispronounced that word. Yeah, you can't read. I say, damn, I say, yeah, okay, but I can comprehend the sentence. And what's the use of being able to bounce a word properly, right? But can't comprehend the words when you put them together, which is essential. So if you ended up and you get lost driving a car and you read something, say, yes, that's a nuclear plant, and please don't drive beyond that point, right? It's a point that you don't do it. And you think you mean, yeah, point it that way and drive. But you said all the words right, but you can't comprehend the sentence.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you.
Crazy.
That's a balloon right there, Juju.
Yeah, it's a balloon and some of my roses to match my
It ain't no real, but that's a fake balloon. That ain't real. It's a fake one. That's the 10-hour one. I know I'm Mr. Cubs. I'm a hater. I'm a hater. This is how you hate. Look, you only got 36 people here. You talk about the car. I got science articles. You can't comprehend it. Imagine that good guy comprehending a high-level scientific. He can't comprehend 3 sentences. Imagine him getting through the Journal of Science and Nature. Go figure that one out. He's saying how to. He don't know what they actually saying. Let me stop. I just wanted to.
But you know something, and what kind of led me down this path was that good guy. Because, you know, one of them shows he came on talking about the crisis in cosmology. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wonder if he even picked up on anything we done said over the last few shows.
Because he's too worried trying to be messy, dealing with what the freaking whatever community is dealing with and riding on the poles of them other mofos. I said it. Yes, I said it. This is weird. It's just weird at this point, y'all. Y'all need to get it together.
You can't read.
Get it together. And this, let me tell y'all something. I'm speaking seriously and candidly. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Number one, to help some people understand who don't know or think they know, Pseudo Killers is not an RBG group. It's not a Black Power group, though. We do a lot of Black Power stuff. We don't talk about it because the proof is in the pudding. It's in the work, right? Like real Pan-Africans don't go around calling themselves Pan-African all the time. They just do the work, the Pan-African work. But we don't relegate ourselves to those spaces to be limited. Now, you may have some individuals, part of Pseudo Killers, who are, Black nationalists, whatever, Pan-Africanists, RBG, Black Power, all that. Yours truly, okay? But we're not limited to the conscious community space, nor do we want to be, all right? Because we ain't even welcome. We're not even welcome. Y'all hate us.
Damn, what we got, yo. I get it.
I love that y'all hate us. It's all good because what we're doing ain't just for you, it's actually for the children and people who want to be here.
Yeah, we ain't talking to the dead, yo.
Not have to be here, huh?
We ain't talking to the dead. We talking to their children right now, yo. Trust me, we ain't talking to y'all.
Get it together, and we just dope about the numbers. We're not worried. We're growing confidently and solidly. We'll get to those numbers. Trust me. You're gonna see all kind of people here. We already got all kind of people here, except that you don't know who they are, so you don't know that. But that's on you. You stay stupid in the corner.
Content. We got relationships with experts in the field, yo. Like we there.
Correct.
We
relationships.
We got people that's actually published on the Pseudo Killers.
Correct.
I ain't tooting no horns.
Right.
Hey, you can't knock that, my
Society of Black Engineers already
damn
tooted your horn for you, Bobby Banger. So sorry.
Nah, me and Doc gonna do a show. We're gonna do a show.
Do. Let them
we
know.
Ain't ready yet. We're gonna do a show.
All
right. You know it. You promote it all the time. We teaching scientific literacy to real human beings, like say real program. Nice little budget. You know what I'm saying? Nice little budget, giving out computers and all that. Who doing that? It's funny to me. I sit back and say, man, y'all
y'all can have y'all little, 500 viewers thinking y'all doing something, talking in circles, going nowhere with discourse that's not even advantageous to Black people here today. Talking about some civilization 5,000 years ago, they ain't got to do with you.
They picked the wrong stuff. They picked the skin color. You would think they would pick, look.
Anything else? Really
you would think,
the culture.
Anthony, you would think.
Talk about their science, right? Talk about the things that they actually have.
Look, out of all the shit to talk about, you would think they would pick this.
Yeah, no.
My fault. They can't read
papyrus or something like that.
You would think, you would think that they would pick this. The crucible, they don't even talk. The crucible, talking about medical stuff, the medical science, the medical, medical milestones. The Edwin Smith papyrus written in ancient Egypt script about 1900, 1600 BCE is the earliest known medical literature. You would think they would do that.
Yeah, no, they too.
They was.
Y'all are monotone over there. Stop.
Sound like I don't know over there, over here. I'm saying.
I don't even want to mention the name.
Look, they were dark skinned. They were dark skinned. See, spot, run, spot, run. They were dark skinned. That's like really, dog. Like you don't know about the foundation of a lot of proto science, right? Proto chemistry, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of stuff, yo, in Africa that y'all just, yeah, it's funny. Crazy to me, yo. Anyway, well, I see Kick Door Kent.
Yeah, he came in, and Lady Killer, she was in earlier, but I know she be doing a lot of work. She trying to get our new mansion together. She getting it right, though. She getting all the bells and whistles together. We do appreciate it. We appreciate for everybody who done jumped in. Make sure to please like the show. Please like the show. Get us in the algorithm. When we're over and we got that comment section, any additional questions, the homie, I know you said you didn't understand something. So if you can expound in the comment section, we'll be sure to respond to you and, you know, on next show or maybe in some of the other shows if we get a chance to do that. But thank you all. Thank you all for coming and supporting this show, especially in Black History. Every show that we do this month, we will be focusing on what's up, Marlo, long time, fam. But we will be focusing on, you know, educating you or giving you at least 2, if not 5, because we talked about 2 in depth. Like we honored those 2, right? JEDIDAH and George Robert Carruthers, JEDIDAH Isler and George Robert Carruthers. But we're going to continue to do that because, again, I want you all to be able to name me 10 Black scientists off the tip of your tongue at any given time. Because I'm tired of hearing the white man science.
She got the DI.
Oh, you finna give me 10 now? Go ahead. He was a physicist. Go ahead. Come on.
Doctor Event. Let me stop you.
Oh, you can give me 10. Come on.
Juju, I cannot give you 10 nothing.
I'll give you 10.
I could actually give you about 30.
Yeah, right. But just I'm asking for at least 10 off the top of your heads right now. We can do it. We gave you 2. We talked about JEDIDAH. We talked about Gugega. We talked about Sylvester James. We talked about Oluseyi Hakeem. We talked about Soikiata, Solange Aspie.
Oh, how you gonna take all of you? Crazy.
What?
You're gonna take all my people and then tell me.
I told you to go.
I ain't no 10 more, nothing. You took my 10, then want me to find 10 more. How? I quit. I don't like the game. I'm working from a default. I
can't. You are too funny, man. I need you to leave. I need you to leave. Oh God.
Boy, I'm trying to tell you, man.
Hey, George Washington.
Oh, man.
Thank you. Like, put him in the chat. Give me 10, somebody. It's not a lot because it's thousands of us out there doing it. You know, Moya McNair is out there doing it. We got Dr. Mayat, Dr. Deanna Belly. She is a scientist, y'all. She's actually working to teach other scientists. So I don't understand this disconnect and why we are so bent on limiting ourselves. It's the racism. We can't tell the truth. We can't. No, you're lying. And I hopefully you know who I'm talking to. Yeah, you're lying. Okay, because we were doing it. We were doing it with Percy Julian was a lie. Like, go look up his story. That's
you can't keep taking my people.
That's Bobby Benger's favorite, by the way.
You can't, yo.
Percy Julian, amazing. So I'm just saying, like, y'all, let's get it together. Let's get it together. I'm trying to get Hakeem Oluwasi.
I'm tired of you trying to. You go get that man, yo.
I'm trying to get him. You know, I'm trying to lure him.
You don't gotta lure him. Lure him.
I'm kidding.
We can get him.
Yeah, we can get him. Chill. Where you at, Chill? Hit that link. Chill can get him. That's his frat boy. You know them Kappas.
Ooh. When y'all going to Egypt?
April 21st. But we're going to New York first for 2 days, and we're gonna go see Reggie and stuff, and maybe try to, I'm gonna catch. But on the back end, coming back, I'm gonna go try to catch.
Ask Reggie why he talk so much trash about your group, shorty.
Huh?
Look him in his face and say, "Yo, why you talk so much trash about?"
Who? Reggie.
Yeah, ask him what you say.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna ask everybody, because everybody that I just named, for real,
they know that. They know we ain't making it up, bro.
So I got them. I'm like, what's the issue? Because if they got a personal issue, that's what they got a personal issue with you, Bobby. But that shouldn't relegate to the rest of us, and that shouldn't relegate to what we're trying to do. And if you feel like we could do something better, or you want to see something, then let us know. I don't know why people think that we're the best. Maybe because really that's you're projecting and you're insecure and you know we're the best. Like,
well, it's because we giving them what they can't get nowhere else, Juju. That's why.
I mean,
I don't deal with losers, yo. I stay on winning teams.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Ain't worth my time, yo. I'm not gonna volunteer, yo, for a losing team, yo. I'm not. Yeah, I'm always on a winning team, yo. What you talking about, yo?
Excuse me, Cedric Ortega. He's a scientist.
Right. We don't.
An actual working scientist.
Yeah, and
making a difference. He's making a difference.
All crazy about that, man, yo. It's the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
You know?
None of them. They have no expertise in nothing. For real. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny.
Dropped in on people moving paper with their minds, and that makes them
right. People move paper with their mind, and that's working.
What the hell is that gonna do? We can't move bricks with our minds and make work easy. Then how is that helpful? How is moving a fucking paper cup going to help us? Please, I would like to know. How can we master that energy into actually being advantageous and fruitful for us? I just no. I'm being serious, and this is not no shot to nobody. I'm not even, because I'm not trying to be contentious, but I'm just saying, like, let's get serious here. We are in an era where we have an identity crisis going on right now.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So, like, to be able to name these Black scientists and to be able to understand history accurately and know that we spoke for ourselves, we fought and revolted at every step of the way, and it's recorded and documented, and it doesn't make any sense that the white man would document us in a way that benefits us, but he has to tell it because it is what it is. It's the truth. It's what happened. So I'm just saying, my rant is done. We appreciate you all coming out. We thank you. Happy Black History Month. And yeah, I hope y'all, got something. And for those of you who are here just to be birds,
big up to the Black Widow.
Go run tell that. Yeah, the Black Widow. Yeah, go run tell that. Go run just what I said. We are not a RBG group. We are not a Black Power group. We are not an African group. We are a group that love Black people and doing everything in our power to give you guys something great so you can utilize and
it's been overdone.
Make it advantageous. I'm just saying
overdone. It's been overdone. I mean, they done it. What? They done it. You either upgrade or stay where you at, yo. You can't keep pushing that 50. Yeah. You know what's funny in closing is that once Martin Luther King won that court trial, everything else was rendered obsolete.
Correct.
That fighting style that you thought was there, right? Nation of Islam, all that, it was rendered, you know what I'm saying, obsolete. Like when that first steel hull, right, on a ship hit that water, the wooden ships was rendered obsolete. When that first thermonuclear weapon blew up, you know what I'm saying, in that desert, right, and those soldiers watched it, the rest of that shit was rendered obsolete. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? When that stealth bomber, cracked it off, dropped them bombs and was gone and was parked by the time they even realized it. Stealth technology, obsolete. When AI hit the scene, all that making that shit up from the top of your head, we catch you in real time. You obsolete. So y'all looking at obsolete groups fade down the stretch.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? When them first experts popped up on the pseudo killers, everything else they was doing was rendered obsolete. I just sit back and laugh. It's like when Raw Squad came through. Everything else was rendered obsolete at that point. You had to do this. You had to get this. So you had to, you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying it. Right. Cutting edge, everything. And then when people went their separate ways on Raw Squad, you know what I'm saying? You could see who figured you thought they was an expert, who kept it the same. So either you thinking you're an expert, right? You thinking what you thinking. Now we right here in this space right here, yo. Now we fully invested, you know what I'm saying, in scientific literacy.
Yeah.
We understand the RBG movements. We understand all that, the Black Power, you know what I'm saying? I'm Black African Power. Yeah, all we get all that. Like that's part of what what we do as African Americans. Yo, we understand the beauty, the blackness. That's what we do, yo. You know, we get that, yo. We like seriously, yo. Like we've been through those chambers, as they say. We get it. We're not tripping, but you can't keep hitting me with obsolete stuff and expect me to respect that. You can't keep promoting the things that the elders got wrong and expect me to respect it. Right? Promote the things they got right, yo, and put it up against what they doing right now, and put that mirror, and then you'll know. Right? So respect your elders, yo, and what they did by not bringing forth material that they got wrong. See, y'all disrespectful little dudes. Right. That. Y'all bring forward the stuff they got wrong. That's called disrespect, because scientifically minded people hate that. They want to know. They want to know. Right or wrong, Anthony?
Yeah, that's why I do it, dog, because I want to know for myself.
I learn the most when I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Correct.
Most definitely.
It's okay
that's when you learn.
It's okay to be wrong. You have an opportunity to get it right, and that's what's important. It's perspective. But give you some real perspective.
You also have to know and understand and admit to yourself when you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you can't admit that to yourself, then you done messed up already.
Yeah. You know? And always remain teachable. Always remain.
You got to. Humble and teachable.
Think you know where you at. Remain teachable. But we're not going to talk you to death. That's it, folks. We out of here. I'm going to bring y'all a little bit of a banger. And yeah, we'll see y'all next week with something great. We're going to have two more Black scientists to salute and bring tribute to for Black History Month. But again, we thank you all tonight. It was awesome. And we out.
And before you close it out, Miss Juju, I want to say this in closing. I much rather deal with questions that can't be answered than answers that can't be questioned. Peace.
Peace, y'all. Bob Banger, thank you always. We appreciate you, fam.
Nah, I appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. You know it.
And appreciate everybody for showing up. Appreciate the cash out. And the love.
2 drones. Let's rock.
Look, small chick dumb. Say she wanna smoke, baby, roll one. Oh, you can't roll, baby, pack one. We gon' keep smoking till the sack done. Oh yeah, hella chronic in my hyperbolic. Time chamber, yeah, I'm feeling brolic like Goku when he fight Broly. Peppermint green Maserati. What I'm trying to get, I know God got me. God center, yeah, I'm God body. I'm a pothead up in Potter's house. Glasses on, trying to spot a hottie. No Sue, woo, blue Denali. We was 4D, me and my crew from college. Running through, boy, I called it Charlie. Gangsta like opponent got it. Up early with the birds. See, I'm really trying to get this thing moving. See, the money playing probably seem Jewish. Got the upper hand, got the theme music. Got the Dapper Dan jean stitch. Dripping water, yeah, seem fluid. You a Kappa can't snitch. Self-esteem foolish, really need improving. Let me show you how to do. Ain't no carbon copy, ain't no duplicate. I control minds 4 states away. Get the party popping for my crew and fresh out the shower, yeah, pimp coat be my bathrobe. I ain't new to this. Taking flights and catching Uber. Hey, blowing kisses to the stewardess. Hey.
Good weed too strong. Yeah. Got a bad her too long. Yeah. You can fly like 2 Jones. Oh, yeah. Never leave the house without the tool on. Need a new coupe with the roof gone. One for me, one for mama, need 2 home. Yeah. Never leave the house without the tool on. Never leave the house without the tool on. Yeah, good weed too strong. Yeah. Got a bad her too long. Yeah. Young fly like 2 drones. Yeah. Never leave the house without the tool on. Need a new coupe with the roof gone. One for me, one for mama, need 2 home. Never leave the house without the tool on. Yeah. Never leave the house without the tool on. Yeah, good weed too strong. Yeah. Got a bad her too long. Yeah. Young fly like 2 drones. Yeah. Never leave the house without the tool on. Haters cut it out like a coupon. I'm on top of the green like I'm a crouton. Yeah. My young told me get a hand bone. Yeah. I told him that I'd rather had a cube on. Easy. Hey, it's been a good day. I had to put that ice cube on. Yeah. Got a bad looking like a cube on. Yeah. Smoke a big whistle like a cube on. Yeah. Keep winning, y'all lose on. You know if it's me, it's you, homie. Cross me, I'ma get my Uncle Drew on. You know murder is an art, you get Drew on. Me and Q type get 2 bones. Smoke a whole 56, 2 zones. One for me, one for mama, need 2 homes. Try to stop, get a tombstone. Get ghosts just to see what you boo on. More kids in the mouth than a group home. As a kid, all I wanted was a coupe on dubs just to pull it off the lot with the roof gone. Good weed too strong. Got a bad pair too long. Yeah, fly like 2 drones. Never leave the house without the tool on. Need a new coupe with the roof gone. One for me, one for mama, need 2 homes. Never leave the house without the tool on. Never leave the house without the tool on. Yeah, good weed too strong. Got a bad pair too long. Yeah, fly like 2 drones. Never leave the house without the tool on. Need a new coupe with the roof gone. One for me, one for mama, need 2 homes. Never leave the house without the tool on. Never leave the house without the tool on. Yeah.
Can you feel it? I can feel it. I can feel it. It starts in my head. It starts to move on down to my stomach. It makes me feel all good inside.
We out.